In this video, I'm going to be discussing how Realhub and Xero integrate, sending your invoices through to Xero, and is going to create more efficiencies in your business. Hey everyone, Frank here from Realhub. Today I want to talk about the integration between Xero and Realhub and how we're going to be able to drive efficiencies into your business. So one of the big challenges we see our clients have is recreating everything in another platform. So every time they build an invoice for a vendor, they've already spent the money in Realhub or sent it to suppliers, and now they have to go and recreate it in another system. So what we can do to solve that challenge is we have an integration in Realhub that connects to Xero. And so what I mean by that is you might create an invoice, let's say it's $1,000 to your vendor. It has all of the different items, the signboards, brochures, newspaper, so on and so forth. And you want to be able to automatically create that in Realhub. So what you can do is you can send that invoice into Xero. And what happens is because Xero is connected to your bank, as payments are made through your bank and you connect it to a particular invoice, it will then resync into Realhub and reflect. And so you have this two-way feed that's going to really sharpen things up and ensure, what you've told the vendor the items are going to cost is actually going to be what's reflected in your accounting program. Now at this time, it's only in Xero. And if you want to see exactly how we do it, what I'll do is I'll jump into Realhub and I'll show you how. In Realhub, you're going to notice there's an accounting tab, and that's where we keep all of your invoices ready to go. So I'm going to click on the accounting tab. What you'll notice here is you'll see all of the invoices that have come through. So the black ones are a standard invoice, the green ones are a credit note. A credit note is when you want to deduct money off an invoice. So in the accounting world, if you've approved an invoice for $1,000, you can't just go and change that. You need to create a credit note which will make an adjustment. So let me clarify. So let's say your signboard didn't go ahead because you weren't allowed to in that particular building. So you can't just remove the signboard off the invoice. What you want to do is you create a credit note which is going to deduct that value. So for example, the total bill was $1,000. The credit note is $200. You create a credit note. Now the total invoice owing is $800. Excellent. So what you'll notice here, mine says connected to Xero, but in the first time you do it, it's going to say the word connect to Xero. And when you click that, it's going to open Xero up and say, would you allow access? And so I'll say yes. And that's a 30-minute session. So each time you come in here, you will need to grant Xero access again. Now on your items that say sync, this means they've previously been connected to Xero. If it's a brand new item, it will say create. So for example, here for the 1 Test Street, Cremorne, I'll go here and I'll hit create. And that's now going to build that invoice in Xero. So what I'll do is I'll grab the ID number so I can go and check in Xero what it looks like. I click onto my Xero browser and I'll go into invoices and I'll find it. So here we'll go invoices owed to me. I will search that particular ID number. And then what you're going to notice here is that invoices has flowed through. And you're going to see all of the line items there that have passed through from Realhub. And already you can see how much time that can save. And also, probably more important than time savings is accuracy, to ensure there's no mistakes between the two. It's exactly what it is. So here we have our total amount. Now, usually this would be connected to your bank. So obviously the vendor pays, let's say they pay the $1,300. You will take that and reconcile it against the invoice. This case, of course, I'm just making it up. So what I'll do is I'll create a fake payment here. I'll add that in. And so now what it's going to show is going to show that this invoice has been paid. And then over back in Realhub, when I refresh, you're now going to notice that that particular item, 1 Test Street, it now is marked as paid. So this is a really good tool. If you want part of your business, you want people to know if the vendor is fully paid, because perhaps before auction day, you want to ensure, hey, have we received all funds to remove the risk of your business? But you may not necessarily want to give everybody access to your Xero account. There's a lot of sensitive information there. So using the two-way sync, we're going to be able to show the people who use Realhub if payments have been made, but not show them everything else that's in Xero. Now, if you have trouble on the first time trying to create your your invoice in Realhub, what it might mean is there's a thing called a default sales account. And this is going to get a little bit technical, but it's something that you may come across, and if you see that it doesn't work for the first time, feel free to reach out to support. Essentially, all that it means is here in Xero, there's a thing called the chart of accounts. And so when I click on the chart of accounts, what you're going to notice is a list of all your different types of accounts that we as Realhub can connect into. Now, as a standard, we connect into the account number 200, but very often your accountant or someone within the business will delete that and create a different account which you want to be your default. So all you need to do is find the particular one that you want to send it to. So for example, here 200 is the sales account that we connect to. All you need to do is give us this ID number, and then we can correctly connect for you. So as always, if you have any questions, please reach out. We'd love to chat about it. And if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe in our YouTube channel. You'll continue to get this information, and we'll make sure that you can utilize Realhub to the best of its ability. Thank you so much.